Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. We have two areas in the Western Pacific today we're keeping a close eye on. One pulling away from the Philippines, but bringing heavy rainfall across a good portion of Visayas and southern Luzon. And another is starting to tighten up here. This could be our next named storm system in the Philippine Sea. Both guidance from the ECMWF and the GFS showing this storm moving off towards north and west, possibly impacting Hainan, while our other low, which I think this could be named Butchoy if this does develop enough, is going to move out through the Philippine Sea and possibly impact the southern Japanese islands, northeastern Luzon, or Taiwan. But regardless of where it goes, we're going to have lots of inflow on the back side of this. So let's break this down. First, starting with our area of low pressure moving away from the Philippines. And I'm going to flip-flop back and forth between both of these as well. But this one has been causing problems. You know, it's not terribly organized at this time, but from the start, I mentioned we're probably not going to see a named storm over the Philippines, and we didn't. But we saw exactly what we were expecting, is that rainfall, 50 to 100 millimeters, some areas maybe even locally higher than up to 200 millimeters, has been causing flooding. Some locations, 108 millimeters reported in just 24 hours, as well as severe weather. This out of Misamis. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yeah, we had a water spout just offshore causing, a little water to kick up. Thankfully, that didn't come on shore. But also in places like Iloilo, Cebu, over towards Mindoro, parts of Leyte and Samar, you had heavy rainfall causing significant flooding. So here was our forecast, 50 to 100 millimeters, some areas as much as 100, 200 millimeters as well. That heavy rain being the big issue with those red rainfall warnings were in place. Not signal force warnings, always something to remember. You only get those if you get a full-on named storm system. We didn't have that, so you still want to take it seriously. All the while, we're watching this move off towards north and west. The guidance continues expected to move out towards Hainan or southern China, while we have another area towards the south and east, or just north of Palau. Most of the guidance shows this pulling out towards the southern Japanese islands that I mentioned. That's our other area. Another invest. Could be our next named storm too. It's a low pressure area. Actually, in the last few frames, you're seeing it tighten up. Plenty of convection, good outflow towards the north. Basically, the further the other low goes away, the more this is going to be localized and starts to get its own inflow channel with moisture, and thus allowing it to strengthen. I would anticipate in the Philippine Sea as we go ahead through the next about 48 hours after recording this Friday morning, so sometime Friday or maybe even to the weekend, we're going to get a named storm system here. Next one is called Butchoy, by the way. Now, regardless where this goes or gets named or upgraded, I think it's going to move north. Want to watch the east coast of Luzon, but we are going to see that inflow on the backside of it, that southwest monsoon, the Habagat, just pulling in that moisture behind it and causing heavy rainfall, especially along the west coast of Luzon, Region 1, all the way down through Pangasinan and into the Manila area. And here's another look at the guidance I was talking about. Our storm moving off towards the west. This one pulling towards north, rounding the WestPac high, and eventually moving out towards Ishigaki, Miyako, maybe even Okinawa Honto. If this is wide enough wind field or just slightly edges towards the east, that's going to be impacting Okinawa and the southern Japanese islands. All the while, that big old inflow causing that heavy rainfall in northwestern Luzon. Another look at the satellite imagery via our fantastic graphics from Metro Weather, Weatherscape XT, if you're curious. Low pressure center right in there. You're starting to see that circulation tighten. And whenever we get that, that means, we could be getting a tropical depression in the near future. Maybe even by the time you're watching this as well. Good outflow aloft. And as mentioned, the further that goes away towards the west, that other area of low pressure, the more this gets alone and starts to be able to gather that energy and allow it to strengthen. Here we go, watching this move off towards the north. For Okinawa Honto, winds could be picking up by Tuesday into Wednesday. Up to tropical storm strength based on our current guidance. This gets stronger, it's going to be higher. Goes further towards the east, it's going to be higher. If it goes west, lower. Point is, long-range forecast has uncertainties, friends. As I mentioned, we want to watch that center, but I think one thing we are certain on is this right here. Watch this. Region 1, all the way through Pangasinan, Manila, heavy rainfall, maybe even a threat of some decent flooding into the mountains here too, which, it was dry for a bit there, so you want some rains, but we're going to keep a very close eye on that one, as there's going to be a big rainmaker on the west coast. For our friends in Okinawa Honto, Tuesday's going to be a windy day. Not a Monday, Tuesday. Even if you don't go through your core systems, not going to be a good day to head out to the beach. If I remember right, please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was 2013. We actually had several airmen die because they went out to the coast to take pictures and unfortunately got washed out. And waves were misleading. So be smart. I'm not saying that they were dumb. Just be careful and make sure you take those proper precautions, friends, because I myself will run outside during a storm all day. But it's tragic when you lose somebody. Know your information through official sources. I have another update talking about another post that went viral on Facebook talking about a Yolanda-type storm. Prepare to evacuate if needed. And check and prepare you're ready to go back just in case you are put under one of these warnings. Those official sources, JMA or the U.S. military for our southern Japanese islands friends, and PAGASA, of course, the Philippine Meteorological Agency, the HKO, the Hong Kong Observatory, or the China Meteorological Agency for our friends out there in China. Looking at that flyover here on our Saturday, yeah, the rain showers decreasing a bit in the south, going to be increasing across northwestern areas of the Philippines from Subic all the way out towards Region 1. That's going to be the big uptick in the rainfall as we look ahead through the upcoming week there. So plenty to talk about. If you want to support this channel, please just check out our Patreon link. It's down below. It goes a long way with helping us out. So can't thank you guys enough. I don't know if you hear it in the background. I got storms outside. It is lightning and thunder. I did slot this in my very busy day. This was the time I was going to record this so it's ready to go when you guys wake up in the Philippines, across the Western Pacific for that matter. Okinawa, when you wake up, you have this ready to go, get you ready in the morning. Boy, it is lightning and thundering outside. I wonder if that's coming across on the mic. It's just all around me. I think I might go outside and look at some storms. So, my point is, before I started that, I know a lot of you watch, you find these updates useful, but it's our Patreon, the people that support this channel, everything is the reason why I make sure that, despite my schedule, I make sure I slot some time out. Jeez, crazy out there. I slot some time out to give you your latest updates. I'm done. I'm shutting everything off before I lose my power. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.